here we are to the Sig Pro SP 2009, man of the hour. The first thing I'd like to look at is the magazine. This is a 10 round factory magazine that came with the gun. It is pre-band. Oh yeah, all the finest magazines are made in Italy. Guess who makes these? Not them. It's a Metgar. Any magazine that's worth its salt, it gets made by these guys. This is a aftermarket magazine. It's got a +2 bottom, so this will actually hold 17 rounds of 9mm, and I haven't had any issues with it. That isn't completely true. One issue I've had is right here, this edge of the plastic. You may see that looks a little bit chowdered up. It's because it is. I took a file of that and I filed that thing down. When you're holding this pistole and you would shoot, the dang thing would pinch your finger uncomfortably. So I filed that down. I've really enjoyed these magazines. They've been excellent for me. But I've had no feed issues with them. Now, up until this moment, I'd never had a malfunction with one of these. And I don't know exactly what happened, but this plastic bottom here, right there, had slid forward just ever so slightly. It was just popped out just enough where I couldn't seat this magazine. Interesting, never had that happen, but it did happen today. Now, not only is she a fine looking gun, she is a fine shooting gun. This has the double action, single action trigger. So that first trigger pull is a stout one. But after that, once this is cocked back, you have a really nice, crisp, light trigger pull. It's a aging monster, and so the night sights don't work quite as well as they used to, but they do still work. To take this apart, it is kind of a pain in the butt. You've got these two notches here in the slide. This first one is for your slide lock, correct? We've got this other notch here. So bring this notch back, all the way back, and you line this notch up with that divot right there. Then you push up. You got to push onto this pin while you have that cocked back. Oh, I did it again. All right, it's got this little tab right here that keeps this locked into place. And it's got a little bit of a detent right there that keeps it from accidentally sliding out in just the right moment. Now, I'm not going to go too much into this, but right there, this is dirty. I did not pre-lube this. I haven't done anything to this gun. Okay, just pulled it right out of the safe, loaded it full of some practice ammo, and started firing. That's how you take that apart. It's got a plastic guide rod. It works, right? I haven't had any issues with that, but maybe someday we'll replace that with a metal one. It's got a blue spring, and blue is the color of quality. We all know that. And then we've got our barrel right here. It looks like it's kind of dirty to me, and that's because it is. So there's our filthy barrel, and there is our filthy slide. Really, until I had that magazine issue, which I've never seen before, I'll keep my eye out for that. But until that magazine issue, that was the first any form of any type of malfunction with this firearm or related accoutrements. So right here on the slide, we've got our ejector pin. We've got two rails up front that are machined. We've got two stamped steel rails in the back. I want to say this was Sig's first attempt at a polymer gun. They hit that one spot on. Did a great job on it. Now to get this back together, you drop the barrel in. There's a little detent in the barrel down here. And so you just push in your guide rod. You take till that little tab meets up with the detent. Now that holds it right in place, right where it needs to go. You take that, slide that on. Once again, you got to pull this back. You need to line up this notch with this hole, and then the next part you have to do is line up the barrel with that. Push that in till it snaps in. You're good to go. Function check it. All right, we're doing good. Okay, so that's how you disassemble and reassemble a Sig SP 2009. For me, man, the grip pattern is perfect. It's actually very similar to the Sig P365 grip. If you get a chance to pick one up, I wouldn't hesitate. So this is not going to be the most comfortable concealed carry weapon, and in fact it's going to be tough to conceal carry this one. Not saying it's impossible, but personally I'm not a big fan of Thunderwear. Now one thing this has that's ultra special, okay, is this front strap gription that they've got here. Look at this, they got the horizontal and the vertical. And then the good part is, I mean, look up here. You got the gription right here on the end of the trigger, because that's how you're supposed to carry a gun, right? I mean, that's one of my favorite features that pistoles have, is when they give you that nice finger rest right there, because it's just so hard to have your finger indexed up here on the frame. If you have any questions on this, let me know. My personal experience, this has been an awesome gun. The striker fire weapons, they always have the exact same trigger pull. This has two different trigger pulls, right? You've got your first shot, and then you've got your follow-up shots, unless you cock the hammer back first. But you're not going to carry it that way. That would be dangerous, because that is a hair trigger. I've always shot a little bit better with this gun than I have with the Glocks, for whatever reason. I got myself an Italian magazine. It goes into the Swiss frame, and then it gets delivered by good old American cold forged steel. Man, I love this world. I actually like this feature. I don't know what you guys think about it, but I really like the decocker on that. Now, my personal choice for self-defense rounds in the 9mm is the 147 grain hollow point. Now this one, it likes them all, so I don't have to worry. But this one's ready to go. We're going to put this thing back in the safe, and we're going to hope the only time I need to use that again is when I've got to reload these bad boys up with some range ammo, and we go back out to the range and do some more plinking. Here I am out of the range one more time with the Sig SP 2009. This gun has fired, I'm guessing, about 800 rounds without being cleaned. And aim through the camera. Look at that. This rhino fiber isn't bulletproof. This stuff's a piece of crap too. That's so weird. It's filthy, so it shouldn't be shooting this well. Now, what we have here, we've got the enemy. It's a warm can of half-drink Dr. Pepper, okay? This is something that cannot be left had alone. Let's try ourselves. A hollow point. All right, I feel much better. How about you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, look. That thing never stood a chance. Woo, doggy. That's right, look at that. Don't cut yourself up. All right, sheepdog, let's get out of here.